Hello, guys, and welcome back to this new episode. So, today we are going to talk about the Silver Boys. So, who are Silver Boys and why do we talk about it? So, let's understand this in depth and let's initially take a step back. We are in Indonesia. Now, to understand why silver boys were born, we have to understand that in the last 2 years, maybe even let's do 3 years, the economic recession there has been creating some sort of consequences on the population, and the population there is not very well known to be extremely rich. There is, of course, like in every country, a disproportion, and here it's a huge disproportion between wealthy and poor people. And the economic situation has been aggravated by simply the pandemic, right? And now, in every country, there are beggars, right? People that are homeless, people that ask in the middle of the street for money. They are forced to be in the street because they have nowhere else where to go. Now we most definitely see beggars everywhere, and there are different types of beggars, right? The people that would simply ask for alms, and other people that would clear or they would clean car windows or traffic lights so that they can ask to random people some money and a few cents, right? Now that is the situation more or less everywhere. With that being said, though, we have to say that even though very humble jobs do exist everywhere, this tradition that has been developed in Indonesia is fascinating but dangerous at once. This tradition of silver boys is a tradition in which men and boys paint themselves with some spray paint, and they spray this paint all over their bodies, right? And it's a silver type of paint because it's very visible also at night. And they cover themselves in this type of paint mixed with some dust and oil, and then they walk around pretty much shirtless all day and possibly also all night. So they walk around with shoes, sometimes very often barefoot, and then they'll just beg random people and random drivers, or they'll perform some sort of artistic artistic trick so that they can collect some money. Apparently they are particularly detested by police, who is not very happy to have silver boys in Indonesia. But here I want to draw your attention to this form of painting. I said earlier, the paint is silver so that they can become very visible, also very visible at night. What is important here, though, is that this type of paint seems also extremely dangerous. Some sources said that it does not take a very long time, but when silver boys have been interviewed, they actually have revealed that they take at least 2 showers a day to remove that sort of painting from their body. That those showers often happen in rivers, and they use a lot of soap, a lot of dish soap, and that is because it's very degreasing, it's very strong, and so that can help them remove all the paint they have. Now think about this. Think about that a lot of soapful dishes goes into the river along with some paint, which would cause in turn other damages. But anyway, this paint is also very well capable of leaving their eyes red. So that is the indication, the hint that something is not completely okay with this sort of very cheap paint made with a bunch of chemical products. Let's also be very clear about this. This is a paint that penetrates the skin, does not let the skin breathe, and this paint is applied and stays there basically intact for something between 12 and 16 hours, right? So some Indonesians, naturally those that are the poorest part of the population, have resorted to doing this, and they do this just to get something like $5 a day, an amount of money that is sufficient apparently to put some food on the table, and also to buy one more time the paint. Now, I think I'm not a chemical expert, and I have no degree in chemistry, but I think it's extremely dangerous, and this is extremely disturbing that this paint can stay for that long on their body with all the chemicals that that paint might well contain. But with that being said, I want you to let me know what you think about this. Did you know silverboys? Did you know this tradition? Have you ever visited Indonesia? So let me know, comment below, tell me all your thoughts. And we're gonna talk again next time with a new different episode. Before I leave you though, temporarily for a little time, I want you I want you to know that I appreciate your support, and I also want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, and to comment below, to like the video, and also hit the notification bell so that you can receive all new updates. With that being said, guys, bye.